Welcome to Super Shay Tutorials. I am the Super Shay. This is another special request from Jedi Sipo. I'm sorry if I mispronounce, but Jedi has requested the angel roll. There's a lot going on here, so this is going to be in probably 2 or 3 parts because there's really 3 aspects of this move that you need to master to put it all together. The first thing we need to do is get accustomed to how we are going to hold the staff. Number 1, we need to make sure our thumb is not over top of the staff but underneath it. I'm holding on just slightly below the center of the staff. All 4 fingers are holding on. So here we go. Here's the first part. We need to drop the thumb side down toward the ground, and as it comes up, I want my arm completely straight. Now, this is super important because we are guiding the staff in the direction we want it to move. We have to think of the staff as an extension of the body. So if it's a part of our body, then it has to move with our body. This is going to be the plane that we use to make it travel. So we're going to need extended arms on both sides. We're covering just the top side for today. So thumb comes down, bring the staff up. Now here's the real move that is going to make this thing start correctly. The move is I'm going to turn my hand up and release. The release point is usually the problem child. What I mean by that is if you release too early, it's just going to roll down and hit you in the neck or in the head. If you release too late, it's just going to fall. That release is extremely difficult because you need it to glide smoothly down your arm. You can't allow any bouncing. As soon as it starts to bounce, it's going to start to move away from you, and you're going to be really, really lucky to even catch it on the way down. So we bring the thumb down, arm out straight. Now we're going to turn this hand up and release. When I release, what I want to see is I want to see the staff do this as it's rolling down my arm. So I bring it up, and as I twist the wrist, I get that nice little roll as it's coming down the arm. That is part 1. Now you can let it drop. That's not a big issue at this point if you're just now learning the angel roll. This is the hard part of the angel roll. I'm not gonna lie, this is the top section is by far the hardest. I learned this move by watching Michelle C. Smith. She did a bunch of lives and a bunch of videos on YouTube during COVID and prior to COVID, and that happened to be one of the moves that I really, really wanted to learn, so I paid close attention. If you have not watched her videos, I highly recommend it. She's fantastic at staff spinning, and she has an entire academy all regarding it. So, thumb comes down, arm straightens, flip the wrist. Now what you can do instead of letting the weapon drop is just take your hand, put it behind your back so that it drops into this hand if you don't want it to drop. You can roll it and catch it on the way down. But dropping isn't that big a deal. It's not a big issue, especially when you're just learning, because you are going to drop the weapon a lot. Especially learning difficult moves like this, the weapon's gonna drop. So try not to get frustrated if that starts to happen, because it really is a difficult move. So we bring it up, let her go, make sure it gets that nice roll as it's coming down your arm. So that's part 1 of the angel roll. Welcome to Super Shay Tutorials. I am the Super Shay, back with part 2 of the angel roll. Again, this is a trick that I learned from Michelle C. Smith. If you haven't checked her videos out, you should. But I hope that these might give you another little perspective as well that might help out. So to start, I need to understand part 2 is called the half diamond. This is part 2 of the angel roll, but it's also commonly referred to as the half diamond roll. For the half diamond roll, I need to start with the staff underneath my arm. Now, this is not how it's going to look for the angel roll. It's actually already going to be rolling. But this is the easier way to learn how to do this piece of it. So I'm going to start underneath my arm with an open hand. That is super important. Make sure your hand is open and stays open, because we are going to push the staff, and once it starts making contact right up here around the shoulder, that's where I'm going to release and let go with that hand. A lot of times what will happen is this. You see the separation between the bow and my shoulder? That's not good. That's not going to complete the roll the way I want it to. So I need to push, but not grab, okay? So as the staff is out in front of me, what I want to first get used to is just getting it up over the shoulder and releasing. So I'm going to let go and let the staff drop. That in and of itself, that is the beginning. So then once we get comfortable with pushing and releasing and not grabbing, now we have to start paying attention to angle and direction. So I'm going to start at a 45-degree angle. And now what this is going to cause is, as I push it back, it's going to go right into the crook between my shoulder and my neck. And that's going to force the staff to spin at an angle. This is necessary because I need physics to work for me, which means I need more weight on one side of the staff than the other. So as I push up, there's going to be more staff in back pulling it down. Otherwise, if it's here, it's going to pull down in front. So I bring it up, it's going to roll up, it's going to cross over my shoulder. As it does this, it's going to continue to roll, so it's still spinning. And then I need more weight in the front here so that gravity pulls it down in front of me and underneath my other arm. So I start here at the 45, and I'm going to push and release. Now you see how it's kind of moving this direction. That is the important part. Now I need to learn how to use my body to make the staff do what I want it to do. So what's going to happen is, as I push the staff back, I'm going to be kind of leaning back and to the left. And as this happens, the staff comes up to the crook of the neck, starts its spin across the back, and as it does that, I'm going to turn my body and be leaning back into the right. That's going to force more weight up front to pull it down underneath my arm. So this is just as much body mechanics as it is weapon mechanic. So I push, I'm going to move my body, and there it is. It comes right underneath the arm. Right there. And it's ending in the same angle that I started with, so you want to kind of keep these two 45s in mind as you're doing your roll. So I bring it up, lean, turn, and grab. One more time, up, turn, lean, grab. So there's the half diamond roll. That is part 2 of the angel roll. To piece that together with part 1, I'm taking the staff out. Now I'm going to do that little flip move with my wrist, let it roll, and then it's going to continue to roll across my shoulder and then catch under the arm for starters. Right there. All right, so as you bring it around, this is the important move. Right there, you need the staff to roll, not to bounce. If it bounces, you're going to lose it. So you bring it down, roll it, and catch it under the arm. So there's part 2 of your angel roll. I hope this helps you all out. If it does, hit that like button. And if you haven't done so yet, consider hitting the subscribe button. It helps our channel out a lot. Lets people know we got some good tutorials here. Good stuff going on. We're having a good time. Welcome to Super Shay Tutorials. I am the Super Shay. Today I am back with part 3 of the angel roll. This is a trick I learned from Michelle C. Smith. If you haven't checked out her channel, you should. She has a great intuitive tutorial on this move as well. So this is the good news. You've made it to the easy part if you've completed parts 1 and 2. Part 1 was just the roll, trying to get it to roll down my arm and rotate. That's it. Part 2 is the half diamond, which starts under the arm, rolls across the shoulders, and comes underneath the other arm. Now part 3. So part 3 is the simple part. All I'm doing basically is taking the opposite arm that I started with, putting it behind my back, and then as the bow starts to roll over my shoulder, I want to sweep forward slightly so that it falls into my hand, and then I just close my hand to grab it. I need the arm set behind me though, because this entire trick happens behind you. It happens on the back plane, it goes across your back, down the arm, and into your hands. So if you have come through sections 1 and 2, section 3 is going to be really easy. Momentum's already carrying it down. All you do is just roll it, lay that arm out, and trap it on the way down. Fairly simple section. If you haven't understood one or the other, make sure you check out Michelle C. Smith's channel. She has, like I said, a great tutorial on the angel roll. It's where I learned it, and hopefully you hear or see something in my video that you didn't see in hers. It maybe helps it click, or vice versa. If you haven't done so yet, consider hitting the like button and the subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It helps this channel out a lot. Lets people and YouTube know that we're doing some good stuff here. We're helping some people out. So think about doing that. And thank you so much for being here. Hope you all have a phenomenal, awesome day.